There's a problem with the brake. I just came off. The brake just stopped working.
My name's Ed Pratt. Over the last 2 years, I've been on a mission to ride a unicycle around the world. This video series documents my experiences cycling from the top of Vietnam down to Singapore. This is Ed Unicycles Southeast Asia.
Thank you. Terima kasih. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. I just want to get to the top of this mountain. I can't think straight. I just need to walk. That's all I need to do.
Unicycling in mountainous landscapes isn't easy. Because the wheel is fixed to the pedals, you can't just shift down a gear to make pedaling easier. Add 20 kilos of touring equipment to the top of the bike, and unless your legs are as thick as tree trunks, once the gradient becomes too steep, you're pretty much forced to step off and walk. I remember that walking with my unicycle used to frustrate me in the early stages of my world tour. I'd get annoyed that I couldn't ride up any hill that I came across. But by now, however, after being on the road for almost 2 years, I'd learned to accept my limits and embrace this even slower way of travelling.
Look at that. It's getting there, isn't it? It's beautiful. Oh, the road is going down for a bit. But I'm not getting too excited because there's like a smaller peak, then it goes down a little bit, and then it goes up again, and then that's the real peak. So I've still got another 6 miles until I get to the real peak. But at least we can ride for a little bit. Fun's over. Time to keep walking again. Oh, these roads are just too steep, man. Alright, light has properly faded now. I'm gonna camp here. I'm kind of in view of the road, but you know what? The people in Laos are very friendly. I can't see anything happening tonight. I generally try and avoid camping where people can see me and where I can be seen by the road. But tonight, I've kind of run out of options. We've got the road there. And there's a pile of rocks which I'm just gonna plant the tent just behind it so it gives me some cover. Kind of days merge into weeks and weeks merge into years, you know? Skip the months out, just go straight to years. I've almost been away for 2 years. That's crazy. I find it amazing. When I was planning this trip, I thought maybe I'll be away for 1.5 years. Nope. Gonna be away for a bit longer than that. I think in total I'm probably gonna be away for about 3 years. If I complete this, which I hope I do. I really hope I do complete this because I put a lot of sweat and a lot of effort into cycling around the world on this ridiculous bike. Why I chose to do it on the unicycle, I'm questioning that. I think I'm questioning it more these days that I'm just in the mountains and in the hills, because it's just not designed to do this, or at least I'm not fit enough to climb these hills, so I'm having to walk. But I think this will be, yeah, these thoughts will subside once I get onto the kind of flatter landscape. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just flat and being able to just ride. It would just be nice to be able to get up in the morning and just go, yeah, I can do 50 miles, rather than today. I mean, I thought I might be able to kind of get over the top of this mountain, but I've pushed and I've only made, what, 13 miles? It's not enough. Oh. And it's fine, you know, I'm always saying, oh, it's not about the distance, and I'm happy just to do what I do in the day and speak with bad grammar. No, I'm always saying that it's not about the distance, and I'm happy just to do whatever in the day. But recently, it's just like I'm not doing the distance that I want to do, and it's demoralising. It really is. It's like when you push all day and only make 13 miles. But hey, gotta keep going. Need to not be discouraged. You know, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it around the world, even if it takes me another year. I think it will, at least. But that's okay. That's all right. People can see me. I was given this as well. Look at this dinky bottle. What is it? It's like, yeah, 250 ml. But it's good. A little bit more water. Always appreciated. Okay. Just rambling now. Go tonight. Go to sleep. Good night. Yeah.
Just to recap, I'd so far ridden just over 500 miles through Vietnam and Laos. I was currently camped halfway up a 6,000 foot mountain pass that happened to be my last major ascent until New Zealand.
Good morning. Do your teeth, kids. Right, so we've got about 3 miles to the top of this hill, to the top of this mountain today. And then that's it, we're at the top.
Ignore the obvious signs, you head on into the wind. It's calm, it's warm, so pleasing to the whiskers on your chin. Set sail to the horizon, you're so full of surprises. And whoever said you'd never make it on your own?
We're at the top! There's a kind of cafe place at the top here, and there's a bunch of people from Korea, all very excited about my unicycle. Yeah. 멋져.
You will see it spreads like wildfire. Show them that you fear nothing.
Danger, danger. High voltage. Yeah, okay, enough of that. I wonder what's so dangerous about it. I've got no idea. Let's find out.
It spreads like wildfire. Wildfire, wildfire. Wildfire, wildfire.
I'm having problems, man. My hand just isn't holding up to this. I've got to pull the brake with one finger. And I think the brake isn't working as well as it should be. And I'm having to really kind of strain my hand to keep this thing, keep the brake kind of at a point where I can kind of manage the speed of the unicycle. I think, I don't know, maybe the brake pads are wearing out. Okay, number 2 screw, there we are.
The brake pads were the issue, or rather, the lack thereof. The rubber pads have been worn down to almost nothing.
I've got no spares. I've got no brake pads and I've got no spares, and I'm halfway up a bloody big mountain.
I wasn't hopeful, but thought pulling on the brake lever without the disc might force the pads closer together to create more friction on the disc after I reinstalled it.
I mean, yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, I could walk if I needed to, but I walked up this mountain. I'd rather ride down, you know? Okay, let's see if that works.
It didn't. Half a mile later, the brake decided to disengage, and I was thrown to the ground.
All right, there's a problem with the brake. I just came off. The brake just stopped working. I don't know what happened. Yeah, okay. Note to self: don't ride a unicycle down a big mountain when the brake pads aren't there.
2 minutes later, I continued riding down the big mountain without brake pads. Not wanting to risk falling off for a second time, this time I gave up on my brake and just used my legs to control my speed. Because the pedals are fixed, this is possible, but very hard work on steep hills. I eventually made it down the other side of the mountain in one piece, and stopped at a cafe to rest.
The owner of this place said that I could stay the night here. It's only like 2 o'clock. But I think I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to get some stuff washed. I'm going to wash myself. I asked if he had a shower here and he said he didn't, but there is a river just down the hill.
The river wasn't exactly what you'd call picturesque, but for my purposes, it was perfect. While I was washing, some local kids showed up.
I am naked, but they're not leaving me alone and I need to wash my shorts, so whatever. Spuddy! Yep. Can you imagine the uproar if you did this in like the UK or somewhere like that? Like, naked man washing his clothes in a river with kids watching. It'd be like national news.
With my clothes back on, I joined the kids in a simple game, which seemed to just consist of throwing rocks into the river.
I think it's rock throwing time. Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, go on. Whoa, throw him in, throw him in. He's got it.
When I got back to the cafe, the owner ended up saying that actually now he didn't want me to camp there. So, freshly washed, I jumped back on the unicycle to find somewhere else to spend the night.
I think there's some motorcycle guys behind me. Buddy! Alright.
I did eventually find somewhere to throw my tent, but woke up early the next morning because I'd made a bit of a miscalculation.
Good morning. I've got a big day ahead of me today.
I've got a long day ahead of me because I've ballsed up. So today is Thursday the 9th of March. My visa for Laos runs out on the 14th of March. Now I'm currently 81 miles from Vientiane and the border to Thailand. You may be thinking, Ed, plenty of time, you've got 5 days to get there, no problem. Well, no. And that's because before entering Thailand, I need to apply and receive a 2-month visa in Vientiane. And the only time I can apply for the visa is in the mornings on weekdays. So there's no chance for me applying today, which is Thursday. So that leaves me Friday morning, which is tomorrow morning, to apply. Which means that I need to ride 81 miles to Vientiane today.
Wow. Actually, what are you doing here?
Well, who are you?
Masseuse.
What are you doing here?
Thank you for watching this instalment of Ed Unicycles Southeast Asia. It's incredibly exciting to be able to finally share these videos with you. I think they're the best that I've ever made. Basically, if you want to watch them all right now and you don't want to wait every week for a new episode to appear on YouTube, you can go over to Vimeo and there you can binge watch the whole series. So I'm trying something a bit different with this series and I'm putting it up for sale for people that want to see it first. And basically this will help support the editing process because I've still got all of the US videos to edit and the videos cycling down through the UK to finish off my World Unicycle Tour. All of that is still in need of editing and it's going to take months because this 4 months of footage cycling through Southeast Asia took 3 months to put together. I imagine it's going to be pretty similar putting the rest of the videos together. So basically, if you want to watch all the videos, all the Southeast Asian videos right now, you can, and it'll also be supporting me while I'm putting together the future videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for Ed Unicycle Southeast Asia, or right now if you decide to go over to Vimeo.